Not sure if I'm live streaming to the right place. I guess we'll find out. Oh, joy.
Well, Zach, I just looked at all the emails you sometimes send me things from, and I didn't see any of your stuff from last week.
Okay, just ping me after Ninja class and I'll send it again and we'll see if it doesn't come through for you.
Thank you.
Can do. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to March the 8th. We got 3 Ninja classes remaining before all the changes will take place. Brad, you know what I could do that might just save me some. Hang on a minute. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I will drop a link right here in the chat window and you can just RSVP and then you'll know what the heck is going on and all the changes that are coming.
All right.
So it's in the chat window. Then you don't have to worry about the emails problem. Kelly, yeah, what's up?
So I actually did sign up to come Friday morning.
Yeah.
But now I've got to go do an enrollment for my district, so I won't actually be there. So I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's fine. Those of you that are already inside of like BenDoc and whatnot, you're aware. If you were at Phoenix, you know everything. So if you were in Phoenix, there's really not a point to be on this webinar per se.
That's what I figured.
I wouldn't worry too much about it for those of you that were in Phoenix for sure. Okay, so we're going to dive off into Ninja class. Who wants to kind of kick this thing off for us?
I will.
Perfect. All right. So Gene, I'm going to have you spar with Kelly and I'm going to sit second chair today.
Okay.
So Kelly's going to be your decision maker. You just called and or walked in the office. Kelly came out to greet you or she picked up the phone to greet you. Let's see what you guys got.
Ring, ring.
Hi, ABC Company.
Recording.
You're Kelly. You're the DM.
Oh, okay.
So you've been, somebody's transferred me to you, I guess.
Sure.
Hello, this is Kelly.
Kelly, hey, I really appreciate you taking my call. My name's Gene Cawley and I work with the Benefit Doctor. And I love taking care of companies who love and care about their employees and already have benefits in place. But at the end of the day, they really want to make sure that they're really getting the best bang for their buck because you put a lot of time, money, and effort into that. And that's what I do. I help solve that problem for you.
Okay.
So would it be possible to get on your calendar for maybe 30 minutes someday this week to see what you're doing and see if there's any changes or any, improvements we can make on it? If there is, great. If there's not, we'll leave it alone.
Well, we do have benefits, and we have an agent that helps us with our benefits and does all that for us.
I agree. Oh, that's great. I'm glad. That's what I do. I work with companies that already have benefits in place. And at the end of the day, they just want to make sure that they've got the best benefit, the best bang for their buck on what what you're doing right now.
Yeah, we feel pretty good about what we have. We've been with the same guy for 20 years and he does pretty good for us.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're in that situation. Well, let me ask you, if there was anything about your benefit package that you could improve on, would you?
Maybe the cost to the employees. Sometimes that can get a little tough on them.
Yeah. So you want to meet for about 30 minutes, kind of look that over and see if there's anything we can do to help you?
Well, and what would be me meeting about?
I want to kind of assess your package and see what you're doing as far as, the overall benefit package, where it's lacking, or, what you're happy with, what you're not happy with. Just see if there's any improvements that could be made in it.
Okay. Well, would we need to change anything right now? Because we just went through open enrollment a few months ago. I don't really want to do that again right now.
Oh, I understand fully. I know that's a lot of work. I really wouldn't know. I can't answer that question until we get in and look and see what you're doing. I mean, there may be things that we don't want to change at all.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, say Thursday at 2:00.
Go ahead and
How does that
cut you
work with
guys
you?
there. So quick question, Kelly, you've been making a lot of calls. You've been working really, really hard on building your pipeline. How realistic was what you just went through? Since you were the one really controlling the conversation, walk me through that.
It was pretty realistic. I did give in at the end, which a lot of my people I talk to, they don't. I still get a lot of, like I said, we're pretty good. We like our guy. We don't want to change. I get a lot of that.
Yeah. So
even if I come back with more like Gene was doing, then it'll be, like I said, yeah, but thank you for calling. We appreciate it. I don't have very many of them that will actually agree, in the end to meet.
So why did you?
I was being nice. He was working really hard. I was being nice.
So were you being nice, or did he say something that made you stop and go, I mean, it ain't going to hurt me to take a look? Was it you being nice and caving, or was it curiosity piqued?
More being nice, I think.
Okay. Okay. So that right there is the reason that I don't let people very often sit in and take over for me. But I did it with you because number one, I wanted to see how you'd handle it. Number two, you've made a lot of calls. So it was an opportunity for you to handle it, be the decision maker the way you have interacted with so many decision makers over the last several weeks. So overall, you did a fine job, but you gave in at the end, whatever. Gene, let's kind of quick coach you real quick. Who, what, where exactly, how did you do with just the initial introduction? Thank you for taking my call. My name is Gene.
I'm with the Benefit Doctor, and I love serving companies that already have benefits in place, but want to find out at the end of the day, if they're getting the right bang for their buck. Yeah.
Okay. So let's rewind real quick. Like number one, make sure you remember to pause. So you blew right through the pause again. It was, man, Kelly, thanks for taking my call. I really appreciate it. My name is Gene with the Benefit Doctor. I love getting to serve business owners who blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And then you got this really awkward pause, and Kelly had to go, okay, so do you want to meet? Like that was the first time you paused, was at a very unnatural spot. So anyway, that's the feedback there. Overall, that was one of the better avatar statements I've heard you give in the weeks that you've been coming to class. When she gave you an objection or a clarifying question, what was it?
We've already got we've got a guy we work with. We like him. We've been doing stuff with him for a long time, basically.
Yep. So she gave you what? A period. It ended in a period. It was basically an objection. How did you handle it?
I think I agreed with her.
Okay. You did. You agreed with her. And you came back to what?
I think I came back to pain. They're
a little.
At the end of the day,
you did an all right job. You took a minute to get there, but you circled around and you finally got to the, hey, let me ask you this: if you could make something better, would you make it better? And she says, we'd like to decrease the cost maybe to the employees a little bit. And then that's where you honed in on. And your opportunity right there, when you say decrease the cost to the employees, well, yeah, we just did our renewal, costs went up yet again, blah, blah, blah. Gotcha. So listen, you just went through all this. I don't know if it makes sense now or not, but if we did something pretty unique, pretty different in the marketplace, if we were able to help you legitimately do even better than what you got right now at the same or less cost, would you want to know about it now, or would you want to know about it a year from now?
Gotcha.
Well, I would and Kelly, this goes to you too, right? Whenever those objections start coming up, depending on how you guys are handling the objections, if you're doing what the vast majority of us do, is we work to overcome the objections. Congratulations to Gene, because today he did not overcome the objection. He instead agreed with it, and he simply clarified
a little bit, not enough.
A little bit weak, but he clarified, hey, do you have desire for the outcome I provide? And you went, maybe. So that tells me Gene needs to really clean up the outcome he provides, because that should have been yes, I would want to know about it, or no, I don't.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Really get clear on what you're asking, Gene. Crystal freaking clear. And then Kelly, when they're handing you these objections, when you're making real calls in the real field, doing the real work, and they're saying things like, man, we've got a broker. I feel like we're pretty well buttoned up on that. Right? We got that one taken care of. I think we're pretty darn good. We're pretty happy with what we've got. All those type of things. How are you handling those? Are you responding to those objections? Are you clarifying? What are you doing?
Usually that's when I'll tell them that we do things different. We have a unique approach to the market, and we don't do it like traditional brokers do. And instead of, shopping around for the best rate, we actually build a custom benefit
What are you
package.
doing? What is she doing with her answer right there?
Trying to overcome.
She's overcoming the objection. Watch this, Kelly. Hey, I understand exactly how you feel about that. I'm so glad that you've already got that taken care of. You got a great broker with a great relationship. Many of my other clients felt the exact same way, but what they found after meeting with us is we have a unique position in the marketplace. We do some really innovative stuff that status quo brokers don't do. They're really happy they met with me. You might want to meet with me too.
Feel felt found.
So without even realizing it, you are defaulting to, and you haven't even been in the industry that long, and you're still defaulting to overcoming objections. Here's the thing, like, always understand this. All of you guys have got to get this drilled through your freaking head, whether you're 22 years in the business or Kelly, 2 years. Do I remember that right? 2 years or 22 years, I don't freaking care. If you overcome objections, the only people that are going to meet with you is the 3%. What percent?
3.
3. Like 1, 2, 3. 3% of the population you're calling on are actively looking for the solution that you offer. 3% are in known pain and seeking an active solution to their known pain. 3%. 97% are not looking for what you offer at the time you're calling them. Do you understand that? That means that 97% of the time, what are you going to end up with?
No.
No.
A no.
No, you're going to end up with an objection. You might end up with a clarifying question depending on how good you get at this, but most of you are going to end up with objections. And then you have to make a choice right then, right there. I'm either going to feel found their objection, I'm going to overcome it, or I am going to clarify, do you have desire for the outcome I provide? Period. What is like, somebody tell me what in the world, Brad, you've been in the business forever. Rebecca, you've been in the business a long time. Missy, you've been in the business forever. Like, some of you that have been in the business forever, what in the world is the difference between overcoming objections that Kelly just demonstrated versus clarifying, do you have desire for the outcome I provide?
Obviously, to start with, it's a difference between a third or half of the people wanting to set an appointment with you and 3%, like you're saying.
Brad, you just like took it all away in as few words as possible. It's the difference between scheduling a crap ton of appointments and scheduling very few appointments. That's the difference. Kelly, is this helpful?
Mm-hmm.
Gene?
Yeah, I really thought she was going to tell me no, even after I asked the question about could you, would you? I said,
And that would have been perfect. Perfect. Y'all don't ever be afraid of the stinking no's, man. If you do not desire the outcome I provide, then thank you so much for not wasting my time or your time. Hallelujah. High five, 1 out, 2 in.
Right.
You guys have got, if you're still stuck on the objective of making these damn calls is to get yeses, then I need to throat punch you. At some point, you'll have to learn the lesson that your time is valuable at some point. And at some point, you'll finally learn to stop stop believing that yeses are the only way you win. Y'all have heard me say this 8 billion times. A profitable pipeline requires good no's and good yeses. A good no is more profitable than a bad yes. Stop going after bad yeses.
Got it.
Are we clear on that?
Clear on that.
All right. Kelly, let's see how you do based on what you just experienced. You're gonna tango with me. I'm just gonna cut straight to it. So here we go.
Ring, ring.
This is Zach. How can I help you?
Are you wait, before we start, are you already the DM or have I got to go through the gatekeeper?
So today on today's Ninja class, we are just doing DM.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay.
Yep.
Ring, ring.
This is Zach.
Hey, Zach, thank you so much for taking my call today.
Sure. What can I do for you?
My name's Kelly. I am with the Benefit Doctor, and we help companies with their benefit packages. We work with businesses that love their employees and have gone that extra effort to put benefits in place. But at the end of the day, they want to make sure they have the best value for all the time and money they put into it.
So let me just stop you there. We do have benefits in place, and I can tell you right now, we are pretty darn happy with it.
That's awesome. I'm really glad that you are happy. A lot of the businesses that we work with, they have benefits in place already, and they're very happy. We like to try to help you make sure you're getting the absolute best value. Are you 100% confident that you have the best value for the benefits that you're offering your employees?
I mean, I'm 95% sure. It's not something I want to deal with.
95% sure. If you could change anything about it, would you?
Okay, so stop. Now we're going to do some quick coach right here because I want to back up to what just happened. That whole entire exchange that you and I just had, what purpose did it serve? In other words, let me be very, very specific so you can go back and watch this a couple of times. I interrupted you. Hey, got it. Sounds interesting. We're good. We got all that handled. I think we're good. Right? And what did you say?
I don't even remember now.
I'm so glad that you're good.
Yeah.
Many of my other clients also felt like they were really good. You just still founded me again. And then after you overcame my objection, you said, so now that I've overcome your objection, are you 100% confident that what you have is the best it could be? So let me translate this for you in like super plain English. Hey, I think you're an idiot, Zach. Are you positive that you're not a stupid dumbass? I'm 95% sure I'm not an idiot. Okay, so if you could make it better at all, would you want to? If you're going to ask me if you would, how come we wouldn't put that way at the front of the clarification, then overcome the objection, ask if I'm 100% confident, and then get to the clarification of the desire?
So ask that right away.
Why not? I mean, I would have much rather you skipped all the way to the end than have overcome the objection first. I would have much preferred that. This is why we have to practice until we what?
Can't get it wrong.
Can't get it wrong. Can't get it wrong. And when we've made, in your 2 years in the business, you've made lots and lots and lots of calls, yes?
More in the last 2 months than in 2 years.
Okay. So we default to, if we default to over, how many of y'all like on screen right now that have been in the business for years, much longer than Kelly has? How many of y'all still default to overcoming objections?
Heck yeah.
All right. So Kelly, you're in good company. You're in good company, right? The good news is you don't have 20 years worth of bad habits to undo. You only have a couple of months worth of habits to refine. So Kelly, I want you to do that again with me, and I want everybody to pay attention to this. In fact, let's just switch the role real quick. We're just going to flip the role. You be the decision maker. I will be Kelly, and let's go from there. Ring, ring.
Do you want me to cut you off like you did?
I don't care how you handle it. Does not matter. Listen, guys, don't get so hung up on what. Oh my gosh, they said this. What am I supposed to say? I need to think through every possible scenario that if they say this, then I'm going to say this. And if they say that, then I'm going to say that. And if they say this, then I'm going to say that. By default, whenever you guys go into the, if they say this, I'm going to say that mode, what are you doing?
First of all,
What are
we're
you
not
doing?
listening.
Yeah, there it is. You're not listening. You're only listening to respond. Okay, I heard him say this. Now that means I get to say this. In other words, by default, you're training yourself to do what? Not listen and overcome objections.
Overcome objections. Yeah.
I don't care what they say. I don't care when they say it. I don't care how they say it. Doesn't freaking matter. Because I have a framework I'm going to follow that simply allows me to say, here's why I'm calling you, who I am, who I serve, what I'm asking for. And then you're going to 100% of the time, you're either going to ask a clarifying question or you're going to give me an objection. That's it. That is it. I suppose your third option, for those of you that want to be super technical, is I just hung up on you in the middle of you talking. Which, by the way, I would classify that as a dadgum objection. No desire. Are y'all following me?
Yep.
They're going to ask a clarifying question or they're going to ask an objection or tell you an objection. That's it. There's not a third option to my knowledge. Are we all crystal clear on this so far? So Kelly, why am I harping on this?
Because we always revert back to the bad ways.
Because we revert back to inefficient ways for sure, but more importantly, because we love to overcomplicate it. We love to play the what if game. What if they say this? What if they say that? What if they cut me off? What if they interrupt me? What if they don't know if I sent the email? What if they didn't open the email? What if the email didn't get delivered? What if aliens landed on Earth? What if, like, who the hell cares about any of the what ifs? Who I am, who I serve, what I'm asking for. It doesn't change. Then they will respond with either an objection or they will respond with a clarifying question. Every flipping time.
So if they say no right away, we should just take them at their word, kind of, and say, oh, okay, so I'm hearing that you don't want to even look at whether you can, well, it's not really how I'd say it, but I mean, I guess it's after all that stuff that I don't feel like we're really talking about how we handle that as much.
So I'm going to come to you in just a minute, Rebecca, and we'll go through it. So be prepared to go through it in just a second. Kelly, you are the decision maker. Don't care how you handle it. It does not matter to me. Pick up the phone.
Hello, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, it's Zach.
Hey, Zach, what can I do for you?
Hey, I'm the guy that has shot you a couple of emails. I work with at the Benefit Doctor with businesses that love and care about their folks and have got benefits and insurance and all that stuff in place for their people. And they want to make sure for the time and the money that they spend on benefits, it's the best it can possibly be. Is that something you'd be willing to meet with me on for, like, I don't know, 30 minutes?
Well, we've already got benefits in place. We just renewed back December 1. And so we're pretty good right now.
So what you're saying is you love your people and you do take care of them.
Yeah, we think so.
Good for you. Well, let me ask you this then. Since you guys just went through all the open enrollment stuff, I'm assuming that means you've got somebody you're working with on all this stuff?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. And were you like 5-star elated with how that process went and your deductibles and copays and the employees love it and you love it? And if you could make it better, you wouldn't make it any better whatsoever?
I don't really know about that. I know the agent that we have has been with us for a long time, and he's really good friends with the owner. And I just don't know that they're gonna change anything.
Gotcha. And so you just said the owner, so I'm assuming you are head of HR, correct?
Yes, yes. It all goes through me first.
Gotcha. If there was a way to make it a lot better, would you want to know about it, or would you not even want to know?
Yeah, I mean, if there was a way to make it better, sure.
You,
I
me,
just don't
30
know that,
minutes?
I don't
let's
know
say.
that it's gonna go anywhere past me.
I don't know if it will either. You want to take a look at it?
Sure.
So, why'd you give me the appointment?
I don't know. It felt more like there wasn't a reason not to, I guess.
Thank you.
If any of you on mute have got feedback or questions, or you want to pick on that, come off mute and let's rip that for just a second. Why did Kelly give the appointment?
Because she'd be stupid not to.
In a nutshell, yeah.
I feel
Rebecca,
like,
why would she be stupid not to?
huh? Why would she?
Why would she be stupid not to?
Well, if she's got information that she can take to her boss that will save him money, give him that information so he can make a choice of whether to keep his relationship
Stop.
or take it.
Where anywhere in our conversation did you hear me talk about saving you money?
Well, I
Nowhere.
mean,
Where did you hear me talk about product or making it somehow substantially better?
Nothing.
The only question I asked Kelly, I had to come back to it twice. I had to come because she offered me 2 objections. So I had to clarify twice. Do you have any desire now or later? Well, yeah, I would want to know, but to be honest, I don't think it's going to go past me. It might not. Objection, agree with it. And then you clarify, you're right. It might not go past you at all. I have no idea. Would you want to know or not? Yeah, I'd want to know. Okay. You, me, 30 minutes. Let's find out. Why, in all seriousness, for anybody that wants to let's tango on this. Why does it have to be more difficult than what it just was right there? Why do we have to complicate it further than that?
because that's what we do.
We don't.
We don't need to,
That's
but
just
that's
it. We don't have to. We do it out of habit.
And it never feels that easy when I'm on the phone either.
How come it feels that easy for me?
Thousands of hours.
Because you're Zach.
Practice.
What do I have that you don't, Kelly?
A lot of practice.
Thousands of these calls under my belt. You've got dozens. So I better be better at it. And the goal here, the reason that we do all this freaking practice is so that you can take what took me years to learn how to do, and you get to learn how to do it in months. Are y'all following me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Did anybody learn anything through all that little tirade?
I learned that I need to go back and listen to what you just did about 20 times.
So what did I just do, Missy?
You just were trying to drill down to find out if she had desire to even meet.
Okay, so
You kind of led her down a path that that you initially asked, I don't know if you asked, I think she said that she cared about the employees, but you kind of led her down the path that by not meeting, she just doesn't care about it.
But to the best of my knowledge, you could go back and watch this again since we're live streaming it onto YouTube right now. But pretty simple. I said, hey, Kelly, thank you for taking my call. And then I shut up. And Kelly said, yeah, you bet. What can I do for you? And I said, well, my name is Zach. I love getting to work with this type of business. Want to meet? And Kelly said, no, not really. We just did all this. We just went through open enrollment. We got somebody handling all of it. I think we're pretty darn happy. And what y'all are doing over and over and over and over again in some form or some fashion, you're going, pretty darn happy. That's fantastic. Many of my other clients were also really happy until they met with us and they found out what we do in the marketplace is so innovative and so unique and so cool and status quo and other brokers. And we can probably do something better for less money and make it better and charge you less. And you would be crazy if you don't meet with me. So do you want to meet now? Now that I've overcome every objection possible, do you want to meet now? No, I think we're good. I mean, I told you, thank you for calling, but I think we're good. That is what will happen when you continue to overcome objections. No matter how good you get at who, what, if you don't damn listen how to deal with objections, then I wish you the best. Namaste. Namaste. Because I was so clear on who my avatar was, and she says, hey, we're already offering benefits. We already did that. We just went through this process with open enrollment. Oh my goodness. So it sounds like you really do, like you do care. You guys have got it in place. Y'all are doing it. Yeah, we think so. Fantastic. That's great. So you've got somebody handling all this. Yeah, we got somebody handling all this. Gotcha. So if you could make what you're doing even better, would you even want to know about it? Would you take a look at it? Or are you like super happy with what y'all are doing? You're happy with your costs and deductibles and the employees love it and you love it and everybody's singing sunshine and rainbows. And she said, I wouldn't say that. Like if we could make it, if there was something better, I'd probably want to know about it. Okay. You and me, 30 minutes. Well, it's probably not going to go anywhere past me. It might not. You could be 100% right. But would you want to know? Well, yes, I'd want to know. You and me, 30 minutes. Who, what? Oh my gosh, you are the who. Hey, who, do you have desire? I do kind of sort of have desire, but it's never going to go anywhere past me. Objection. Agree with it. Yeah, you're right. It may never go past you. Would you still want to know? Yeah, I'd want to know. Then we have to meet. Avatar plus
Desire.
equals
Appointment scheduled.
every freaking time. Had Kelly, listen, this is so important to understand. Had Kelly went ahead right there and said, Zach, listen, like being very, very, very honest with you, no, I don't know that we would really, even if it was substantially better, we wouldn't make any changes. It's not something I want to deal with right now. I've got 700 other tasks on my plate. No. How would I have handled that? Anybody want to take a wild guess?
Agreed with her and moved on, set up another time.
Yeah, it would have
in the
been,
future.
oh my gosh. Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Click. One out.
2 in.
Why would I waste my time with an avatar who has absolutely no desire?
Yeah.
So to borrow a phrase from Rebecca Quintal there, well, she gave you the appointment because if she didn't, she'd have been an idiot. If we made it that easy for the decision maker to say, yeah, yes, I would want to know. Yes, I'd want to know about it sooner than later. Nope, I don't want to meet. Even though you'd want to know, nope, don't want to meet. No desire. All right, so deuces. And if you so desire, drop them into your long-term follow-up. I don't freaking care. Does not matter to me. But in terms of trying to continue to overcome that objection, or, hey, is it okay if I check back with you in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months? I don't care what you do after that. For me, here's the bottom line point. Stop overcoming objections. What you do after that, knock yourself out.
I think that once I found out that she's not the ultimate decision maker, I think I'd have called back and asked to talk to the owner.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that. I am so glad you said that. All right, so carrier reps. All of us that grew up in the carrier rep world, I'm going to rattle your cage for a minute. We are so accustomed to trying to get to the ultimate decision maker, because that's what we've been taught to do, that don't ever meet with a person who can tell you no, but can't tell you yes, blah, 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 blah. You better figure it out real quick that the real world does not work that way. If she is the head of HR, even if she cannot give me the checkbook, she does have the authority to kill the deal, but she does not necessarily have the ultimate authority to sign the check for the deal. Do I still have to respect her position, and do I still have to move through their decision-making process?
Absolutely.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And if you don't, more often than not, you're going to shoot yourself in your own foot. For multiple reasons. And Ninja class is not the time for me to go off on a long tirade on that, but listen, just loud and clear. Whatever their decision-making process is, respect it. The boss pays her money to be head of HR because the boss, the ultimate boss, does not want to take his or her time to vet different vendors or vet different carriers, right? Or vet different brokers. The boss said, hey, Kelly, head of HR, I'm paying you $83,000 a year to take this headache off my plate. Do not let vendors come to me. Bring me the top 3 and I'll make a decision on one of those 3. And anybody who tries to circumvent my head of HR, I'll guarantee you I put them straight in the trash can. I don't care what they have to say.
Yeah.
So for every one time it works, I'll guarantee you it fails 10. So no, I would not hung up and called back trying to get to the real boss. If you notice what I did with Kelly, I went, so I'm clarifying, you are head of HR, correct? Yeah, I am the head of HR, everything. And she said, everything goes through me first. Perfect. Would you want to know? Because if I get, who has the relationship with the owner, me or Kelly?
Kelly.
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 Does. And who's the one that just executed the open enrollment, me or Kelly?
Kelly.
Kelly did. So if I meet with Kelly as a vendor and I say, hey, Kelly, here's the razzle dazzle. Here's what we do. And Kelly goes, oh my gosh, this is so much better than what I just went through. How come I didn't know about this earlier? I must go talk to the big boss about this. And Kelly goes to the big boss and says, hey, big boss, listen, you got to check this out. Am I going to check it out more likely because my head of HR told me I had to, or because some outside vendor who I don't know is calling me?
Because your HR head of HR told you to.
Because my head of HR came to me and said, I have to check this out. So the likelihood is, if I don't check it out because she told me to, I sure as hell am not going to check it out because you told me to. Is that fair?
Yes.
Anybody learning right now?
Tons.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I see Brad is driving. Rebecca, I think I told you were going to play ball next. So let's go ahead and come off of mute. Let's play ball. Decision maker handshake. Phone or field, doesn't matter, but we'll just say it was a call. I just answered the phone. Hello, this is Zach. How can I help you today?
Well, good morning, Zach. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Great. Well, my name's Rebecca, and I work with a benefit doctor. And I love getting to work with companies like you that have benefits in place already. Really like their employees. But you know,
Rebecca, do we have to like our employees?
You don't have to, but they're the companies that I like to work with best.
They're all right. So what is it you're calling about? What do you do?
Okay, well, we work with owners and HRs just to make sure that with the amount of time and money that you spend putting benefits in place for your employees that you love so much, that you're getting the best value for your buck. Would you be willing to take a look at what you're doing and seeing if we can make it better? 30 minutes on a Zoom call.
I mean, we might. I feel like we're actually in the process of shopping renewal right now. They brought me back a few quotes. I didn't really like what we got. So what do you do that's so different?
Well, that's what I'd like to talk about. Do you have 30 minutes this week or next?
Great. Okay. Here's where we're going to stop. All right. So Rebecca went through that. What did she get from the decision maker?
An opening. A desire.
How do you do that?
Which is a
Desire.
What question?
Oh, a
Clarifying
clarifying
question.
question. Oh, that's a clarifying question.
Hey, y'all,
Um,
for the 843rd time, they will always object or clarify. In this particular circumstance, what happened to her?
Clarify.
Clarify.
Ask
So
a question.
whenever they ask a clarifying question, how are we trained to handle those?
Answer it.
Answer the question. Do not deflect the question, and whatever you do for the love of all things holy, do not say that's the reason we should meet.
Hmm.
I thought
That
you
is
had
the
just told her-
perfect. That is the perfect way to immediately go back into sales mode and feel salesy. And I do not meet with salespeople because salespeople trigger my two primary fears. I'm taking you all the way back to OG War on Profit now. What are the two primary fears of every decision maker on planet Earth?
Waste my
sold.
time, fear of being sold.
So what happens when I ask you a direct question and you give me an indirect response of that's the exact reason we should meet?
Oh, their
Those
fear of
two
being
fears
sold.
just shot up like,
Yeah.
not good. The fight or flight mechanism just kicked in and here we go. We're going to tango a different kind of dance now. So whenever they give you a clarifying question, how do we know if they're objecting or clarifying?
If they're asking a question, it's a clarifying question.
Hey, if their
Period or
thingy
question mark.
majigger ends in a question mark, it's a clarifying question. That's how complicated that is. And so when I say something like, we're actually in the renewal process right now, we got a couple of things back, not super happy with it. What makes you so different? What are you going to do that's different than that? Well, that's exactly why we should meet. No. You better be prepared to actually answer that. How are you going to answer that?
Well, we take a look at what you're doing and we have a unique approach. We take kind of like a builder approach, or we look at we take your benefits apart and we custom build a package and see what we come up with that's better than what you're currently doing. If it's not, we let you just keep doing what you're doing. But if we can, would you like to know about that?
Okay,
If you
that was not great, but that was so much better than that's the reason we should meet.
Yeah.
So much better. Any actual answer is better than that's the reason we should meet. Can anybody else help give Rebecca some ideas that when they say, well, how would you do that? Or what makes you so different? What would be your response?
We changed the way benefits are built, educated, and enrolled.
Whoa.
Woo! She's going to the mission. I love it.
I've got it.
Anybody else?
in front of me.
Is that enough?
Glad
though?
glad you asked. It's pretty simple via a Zoom meeting. We learn what you currently are doing, what you like, what you don't like, what you wish you could change, and about your benefits. Then we walk you through a couple of things we do and how we do it. And if it makes sense and creates value, you tell me yes. If it doesn't, tell me no. It's a short and sweet process with a simple yes and no. But it's something I can't really do over a 2-minute phone call.
That would have been awesome if you wouldn't have just kept going and kept going. Your answer was killer in the first 6 seconds.
It is
I'm
6
so
seconds.
glad. Yeah, that was beautiful. I'm so glad you asked. We do about a 30-minute Zoom call. We look at what you're doing. We look at what's important to you. We make sure that can we build you a custom benefits blueprint that'll fit your needs and your budget. If so, fantastic. If not, then you're left with the spreadsheets you're currently staring at. Oh, 30-minute Zoom meeting. You either help me or you can't. Okay. Or another clarifying question or an objection.
Conversation.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, Rebecca, did you learn something right there?
Thank you.
All right, Missy, you ready to tango?
I can't say that I'm ready, but I guess let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so we'll just do the same basic thing. Ring, ring, this is Zach. How can I help you today?
Hey, Zach, thanks for taking my call. I've sent you over a couple emails and I'm just following up on that.
In regards to?
Well, I'm Missy. My name's Missy and I'm with the Benefit Doctor, and I work with businesses that are offering employees benefits, and they just really want to make sure that what they're offering is the best.
Yep, I recall. Yeah, Missy, I do remember, and thank you for sending it. We looked it a little bit over. We've got benefits in place, pretty happy with what we got going on, and I think we're all good right now.
Great. I'm glad that you're offering benefits, and you know, I'm sure you put a lot of time and effort into that. You know, if you were able to offer something better to your employees, would you even be interested in doing that?
Well, I feel like what we're doing right now is pretty darn good. It's as good or better than anybody else in our marketplace has.
That's great. That's great. So if you were able, like if you were able to do something that you find maybe is a little bit better, is it even interesting to you?
I mean, yes, but I feel like that's what we're doing.
I'm stuck. I don't know what to do with that.
Good thing Kelly's here. She's going to step in and help you out.
Poor Kelly.
Oh golly, now I don't even know where I am. That's great. I'm happy that you feel pretty good about it. Our process is a 30-minute Zoom meeting to take a look at it. I know. I can't pick up mid-space like that.
All right. Missy, what did you get? What did I give you?
You said that you were happy with the benefits. You just did it. You're happy with your results.
So I gave you
An objection?
objection that ended in a period. I gave you a statement that ended in a period. It was an objection. I think we're all good.
Yes.
Then you turned around and said, would you want to make sure that what you're doing is what did you say? Something about the very, very best that you could possibly offer if we could make it even better than what it is. Well, I feel like what we're doing is the very best that it can be. We've looked into a lot of options and it's better than anyone else in the marketplace. What did you then do next?
Ask the same question.
Yes, the exact same question again.
Yes.
So, like, this is what I mean, y'all, by listening to understand, not listening to respond. If anybody on this call heard the decision maker say, man, I think that's what we're doing. We're offering the best that we know to and better than anyone else in our marketplace. In fact, if you're listening, what am I saying right now?
We're fine.
Don't have any desire. No.
I think he's saying that that they've taken a hard look at a lot of different approaches. They looked at what their competitors are doing and they feel like it's the best, but he's also saying that they want to have the best.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I heard. I heard, hey, Missy, I am your hardcore avatar with major desire. And if you're really listening and you hear what Brad just explained, the opportunity right there was, whoa, wait a minute. Like, you've put so much work into this and so much effort that you're making sure that you're not just offering benefits, you're wanting to offer the very best in your entire marketplace. Like, that's how good your benefits are. Yeah, our benefits are that good. Wow. Oh my God. All right. Now you've just got me totally curious. I have no idea if what we do could help you even more, but I would sure love to find out. Is there any way you would meet with me for a half hour so I can learn what you guys are doing? And if what I do could help you even more, great. But if not, I don't meet very many owners that care that much that they're wanting to make sure they're the best in their marketplace. You have piqued my curiosity. So what Misty was doing was essentially going, yeah, but would you want it to be even better? Okay. I feel like that's what we're doing, to the point where we know we're better than anyone else in any other competitor in our marketplace. Yeah, but would you want to make it better? Okay, so all the work I've done is worthless because you've got something that's super duper secretive and whatever we did was wrong. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm eager. Let's meet. Let's do that. Versus, I heard you say that you have so much stinking desire that you know you're better than anyone else in your marketplace. I don't know if we can help you or not. Maybe we can, but I don't meet people like you all that often. Any chance you would meet? Like, one's an ego boost, one's an ego downer. And all that really boils down to is listening to understand. If somebody's literally telling you, I didn't just say we're good. She said, yeah, but would you want it to be even better if you could? I feel like that's what we're doing. Like, we put a lot of time and money into this. We know we've got the best benefits out of anybody else in our community, in our competition. That was an opportunity to hone in and be like, oh my gosh, you genuinely, you don't just care, you care a lot. Yeah. I want to make sure I've got the best. Are y'all understanding this right now? Is this making sense? I feel like I was too hard on Ninja Class today. Everybody looks frowny instead of.
Just this listening thing. It's just that there's so much underneath that until you point it out to us, it's like, it's there, but why aren't we seeing it? We're so bad. Such bad listeners. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of work to do.
I mean, if you want me to give you the real truthful answer, I will, but some of you aren't going to like it. The number one problem that most of you have is you show up to Ninja Class for 1 hour a week. There's a couple hundred hours in the week, and you show up for 1 hour a week to practice on your skill set. And I'm going to bet there are people on this call right now that were on last week's call and last week's call and last week's call. And I bet in the last 4 weeks, you haven't spent one total hour making any damn actual calls. So if the only time you're practicing is 1 hour a week when you come here, but then you're not actually going back to the market and doing it. The reason that our team in the bricks and sticks world got so freaking good at this is because they would come to Ninja Class for 1 hour, and guess where they left and went back to?
The market.
They immediately went back in the field, and they'd get their asses kicked for the next 5 business days. And then they'd come back to Ninja Class, and I watched people get better so fast. So I'm not an idiot. I don't even look at a lot of your dashboards, but I know who's making calls and who's not just based on how these role plays go in this room right here. Because there's no way that you can come and practice this stuff with me for an hour on Wednesdays, go out in the field and make your PQLs and your LOF calls and do it a few dozen times throughout the week and not come back sharper than you were the week before. So, not to pick on anybody too hard, but there's the answer, is if you're not taking it back to the market and actually doing it, you cannot get better. No amount of Ninja Roleplay will replace going back to the market and practicing what you've been practicing in the field also. And then you come back here and we sharpen it even sharper. And then you go back out there and you come back here and we sharpen it even sharper. And then you go back out there, you come back here and we, duh. I'm on a tear today. I need to go eat
Preach.
lunch. I must be grumpy.
I have a question.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
This is Rosie. Sorry I was late coming on. Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday to you, Rosie.
So it's a good day, but I have to tell you, I opened a group last week. And how did I do that? I did the Jack and Jill with the decision maker. Oh my God. Yippee-ki-yay. So I enrolled one with just 3 so far. I have 2 in the hopper, and I just closed another one that he just signed the document, and I'm meeting with the 3 employees on Friday. And that was an easy one. He called and said, it's time, I need Aflac. Okay. So I have been out there and I've been doing it, and I'm 22 years. I've never had this many groups open. I can't tell you the last year I opened a group. I really
Wow.
can't.
Rosie.
I have to say, thank you. Thank you. And when I read, you could do this Jack and Jill with decision maker, and she looked at me and she was like, wow, really? So she's one that, and then she said, well, it's hard to get everyone together. Can you just send me a page and I'll explain it to them? You know, that doesn't work because I'm the licensed insurance agent, and it'd be like me doing your job. So how about a census, and I'll call them all. I'll call everybody and I'll talk individually with them. Haven't heard back from her, but she's got 2 jobs, running this business and another. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because that was a big step to say, no, they would not understand. I need to explain this one pager. So keep your fingers crossed. And they want to buy policies for their employees.
Wow.
That's another good one. So
Rosie.
Zach, hats off to
Job.
you. I mean, I was so excited, and then I couldn't get on the damn thing. I was like, oh my God. Then my phone keeps screwing up. And then I had to go pick up, someone rang my doorbell with a bouquet of flowers.
Oh,
Aw.
So it's been a good day.
Good.
it has been a good day.
That was a
Happy birthday.
fantastic way to wrap up this call, since everybody just got beat up for an hour, and Rosie's like, now let me make everybody feel better. Here's
Now
some
you feel
soothing
better.
hello.
Because you're right.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
I had to go out in this group I opened. I met them at a golf tournament last July, and I've been going there since the September and trying and talking with them and doing this. And then I did the Jack and Jill, and these guys it's a fire department, and they all laughed and said, that's pretty cool. And they all said, I want an accident. Of course, now some of them are like, well, and I'm like, well, don't wait for the accident to happen. Come on. But
Right.
it's been good. So Zach, I have to say hats off to you. Thank you. Thank you.